So here we are for round 2 of the season. We have returned to Silverstone. However, we will be doing the international layout rather than the full circuit. So it may be less track distance, but it means more laps and hopefully more drama in both the F1 and F2 races. But before we get to the races, it is time for the F1 pre-qualifying. So here is the list of the teams that need to pre-qualify, as well as the teams that can automatically qualify. This is solely based on performance in round 1, not the overall standings. So just to clarify, in case if you didn't know that. So anyway, let's get into the pre-qualifying. So here we are for Group 1's pre-qualifying session, 10 minutes on the clock, and the two slowest will be eliminated from the rest of the session, as we've got our first driver to come out, and that is Jose Romero from Team Spain, one of the 4 drivers that failed to pre-qualify back in Monza. In fact, Spain were the only team that had both drivers fail to qualify. So hopefully for the team, this is a chance to redeem themselves and make it past pre-qualifying. They are currently bottom of the standings and currently in the danger zone of being eliminated by the end of round 8. Because after round 8 we lose whoever's bottom of the standings, and then after round 10 we lose the next lowest place team, and after round 12 we'll lose 2 more teams. That brings us to our final 20 teams that'll be competing for the rest of the season. So here goes Romero to start his flying lap with a time of 59.977 seconds. What will his flying lap be, and the benchmark for everyone to try and beat? There's going to be a car ahead of them. A 49.011 seconds, so pretty decent time there from the Spaniard, but how will everyone else compare? Because remember, the 2 slowest in this group will be eliminated from the rest of the session. So there's Jeff Brabham, who did finish, who was the last finisher in the last round. And you see Roberto Guerrero from for Team Colombia has set the fastest time. And I say it's Stefan Johansson from Sweden has set the fastest time of the group. In second place is Saro van der Merwe from South Africa, then it's Guerrero 3rd, Romero 4th, and his teammate Preja is 5th. And now Jens Winter from Team Denmark is going into second position. So I'm guessing that was the driver that was in front of Romero during his flying lap. So good job from the Danish team. As well comes to the pits. We wait for the second half, the drivers still yet to finish their first flying laps. Okay, Johansson coming into the pits now, 10th of a second slower in sector 1, as his teammate Jensen goes into 6th, in between the 2 Spanish drivers. And that is Ryan Chopin from Australia setting his first time. Mike Thackwall from New Zealand setting his first time. So 3 drivers are still yet to set times. And look at this, he's being absolutely hounded. That's Chopin that's just getting in front. Ooh. And that's one of the South African drivers. Is that it's Saro van der Merwe, and Roberto Guerrero trying to get past as well, pushing the Spaniard out wide. And look at Guerrero going into going a bit off road there. And I wonder if he had contact with the South African driver. Might have. So everyone apart from first and second have come out on the track. And again, I think Johansson and Winter are pretty much guaranteed to go through into group qualifying, so they don't have to worry so much. Here comes a lot of drivers coming to the pits. Here's Jeff Brabham. He spun at Senna in the Monza race. It's easy to come across the line for Australia. And I don't think, no, he's not, he's nowhere near his best time, so he stays in 4th for the moment. What about Lars Viggo Jensen? Okay, so he's starting his flying lap. He's going to have to improve his time just to get out of being in the bubble in 10th position. I mean, he isn't in the danger zone, but he's only 1 spot above the danger zone right now. The number 49 driver. Of course, Denmark, along with 8 other teams got past pre-qualifying but didn't actually qualify for the race. So maybe hopefully for Denmark, along with the 8 other teams, they'll be able to change that around and get into the race, and just to try and ensure that they make the top 20 by the end of the 12th round, or at least not be in last place by the end of the 8th or 10th rounds respectively. And Jensen improves his time, he goes into 7th. That pushes Jose Romero back into the danger zone, well, in the bubble, nearly in the danger zone. The only driver ahead, the only 2 drivers that's ahead of him, and one of them's right behind him. That's George Fauci from South Africa. We've got less than a minute to go, so these 2 drivers might have enough time to do one more flying lap, maybe even another one if they're lucky. But it looks like your group winner of pre-qualifying is going to be Stefan Johansson from Sweden, with Jens Winter only 15 thousandths of a second behind, and followed by Chopin from Australia. And actually Brabham will get 4th, so basically both Australians in the top 4, so that's a good result for them regardless. And here comes the last of the drivers to come across the line. Pareja doesn't make it out of pre-qualifying. His team doesn't improve his time either, but it doesn't matter for Romero because he's through to group qualifying. So that was an interesting result. So as you can see, Stefan Johansson wins this group, with Winter 2nd, both Australians starting 4th. There's Van der Merwe 5th, with Guerrero 6th, Jensen 7th, Costas Lostrom, Greece is 8th, Thakkel 9th, and the last spot to go through is Jose Romero. So we say goodbye to George Fauci from South Africa, and we say goodbye to Jesus Pareja from Spain. So with that out of the way, it is time for the second group's pre-qualifying. So here we are for the second group pre-qualifying. There's Nigel Mansell already going out as he's eager to get started. There's Mark Galvin coming out also. But a lot of drivers are eager to get out and start setting benchmarks to pre-qualify. So here's Nigel Mansell, of course. UK are having to pre-qualify because Nigel Mansell didn't qualify out back in Monza, and also unfortunately Derek Warwick qualified 2nd, only to have crashed out in the first lap. So that's why the UK are doing pre-qualifying here in their home race, but I'm almost certain they will make it out pre-qualifying easily in this group, because at the end of the day only the 2 slowest will be eliminated, and I don't see the UK being knocked out the pre-qualifying in their home race. 54.4 is Nigel Mansell's outlap time, which is a really quick time. As here we go, going down towards sector 1. Well, he's actually in sector 1, but you know what I'm saying. And here we go, coming around to finish his first lap already. And Nigel Mansell's time is 47.717. That's a really good time. That's going to be a really difficult one to beat. As Galvin sits not too slow. And oh my word, Derek Daly from Ireland has bested Mansell's first flying lap, while Mark Galvin didn't. So that's a surprise. But well done to Derek Daly for beating Nigel Mansell's professional flying lap. That's heading down. Nigel Mansell's going into the pits already. There's George Moses saying his first flying lap at 49.3. So kind of the slowest at the moment. There's Oscar the Brewery going into 2nd. So well done to the Argentine. Can his teammates do the same and ensure that they are not in the bottom 2? Okay, so only 5 drivers yet to make it through. Derek Warwick is his first time, only in 5th position. Although to be fair, it doesn't matter if he's 1st, 5th or 10th, as long as he's not 11th or 12th. There's Shakhtar Mehta sets his first time in 3rd place, and Jorge Recalde, the other Argentine. And there's Vic Preston in the bubble right now as Stig Blomqvist with the last round to fly out. So So it is John Nicholson from New Zealand in trouble, and so is George Moses from Greece that's in trouble of being eliminated from pre-qualifying. So they must be thinking that they are safe and will go through to group qualifying. As Nicholson goes through sector 1, 2.3 seconds down. Oh my word. Okay, so yeah, it's fair to say Nicholson is not even going to improve his time anywhere. And we've got Scheckter Meta in trouble. Scheckter Meta has had a crash in the final corner. Okay, we better get a replay and find out what happened to the Kenyan driver. There's his teammate Vic Preston ahead of him. Okay, coming across the last corner, gets into the inside of... Oh, catch the curb and has contact with George Moses. Okay, so it looks like Meta tried to make a move, but he caught the sausage car, bounced off it, and well, there's the end. Thus impact. Going for the inside. Yep, lost control of his car entirely. So that was all on Scheckter Meta there. Got a little bit too ambitious, and well, that sent him off the road. Here we go. Let's come across the line to finish his session. John Nicholson is out. George Moses is still on the chart, so Moses could still have a chance to pre-qualify, but I don't see him being able to do it. No, he's not. He's nowhere near close to catching Vic Preston here. So Vic Preston in the bubble is going to make it through into group qualifying, and the green driver is going to abandon his lap, and he's going to be followed in with Nigel Mansell, it looks like. And that should be the end of the session. Coming to the pits. I'm guessing it's going to wait till Meta's off the road, but oh no, it's not going to do that. So it's just going to go straight out, straight to black. So here is the final result of the second group. So Derek Day won the second group with Laruri second, and Scheckter Meta from Kenya is third. Then the two Brits, 4th and 7th, but probably a little bit disappointing. You probably would have thought one of them would win the second group, but it doesn't matter, they're both through to group qualifying regardless. And we say goodbye to John Nicholson from New Zealand, and we also need to say goodbye to George Moses, who once again has failed to pre-qualify. So before we get into the group qualifying, it's time for the F2 qualifying now. So here we are, the F2 qualifying. Of course, not too much to note other than we see a new face in this race. Jean-Paul Liebert has replaced Bernard the driver, as he is actually stepping in for Jackie X since he's been suspended after what had happened in Monza. So the driver will definitely return to F2 once X's suspension is over, but for the meantime we say hello to Liebert and see what he can do for himself, see if he can ensure that he gets I don't know, a good impression from Team Belgium. They'll keep him in the seat for the season, or if he's even luckier, get a chance in F1, maybe get a medal or two. And coming across the line, and Schwartz's first time is going to be a 53.7, but Bobby Raha is going to do a 53.5, but Jack Lafitte goes fastest, 53.2. The times are going to come in thick and fast. Since, well, 24 cars in a short track, Markku Allen from Finland now goes into first place, 53.1. We've got Tom Sneva 4th, and Ludwig Heimrath is 6th. And there's Derek Bell from the UK in 5th position in his home race. So well done to him. Now there's Hans Jochen Stuck. Jonathan Powell, the other Brit, goes into 5th. Ricard Petresi into 5th. Of course, all eyes are probably on Shackleford since he is the current leader in the championship. Let's tail Fabi going to 4th. Oh, that definitely looked like contact between the two drivers. So let's everyone set a flying lap. So we've got Marco Allen first, Jacques Lafitte second, and he's the championship leader already. Bobby Rahal third, fourth Teo Fabi, and fifth is Tom Sneva. As we see Toru Shimigi from Japan improving his time, goes into 14th. That pushes Jean-Paul Liebert into 21st. As Gordon Hatch improves his time, pushing Bjorn Wallegard down to 23rd. And Hatch's teammate Wilson is currently at the back of the field with a 57.7, while Schwartz who's at the bottom of the standings right now, is currently 18th, as Dennis Firestone from Australia time goes into 16th place. There's a lot of cars all over the place now. Teo Fabi goes into second, ahead of the championship leader Jacques Lafitte as he's coming out of the pits now. Probably see if he can get pole position or at least beat Teo Fabi's time. See, oh, we got a bit of an issue here among sector 1 is can't speak. Hans Jochen Stuck is a pretty time in 11th. That's what I meant to say. Well, his teammate Jochen Mass is currently down in 15th position. So West Germany definitely struggling with this track a bit, probably more than Monza. But it's early days yet. It is pretty early days. So less than 4 minutes left to go. And the new face, Jean-Paul Liebert, has improved his time. He goes into 17th. He's actually about 6 tenths a second ahead of his own teammate Regout, who's down in 20th. So looking okay for Belgium there, even though they're probably towards the back of the field. Mark Allen doesn't improve his time, and Hans Jochen Stuck improves his time in going into 7th position, pushing Power down to 8th. Where is the other British driver? It's 13th place, so not looking too good for them in the home race. Jochen Mass and Hash improve their times, but they stay 15th and 22nd respectively. So they improve their times, but they haven't improved their positions. Only 3 minutes of the session to go. In fact, Derek Bell improved his time in going into 5th position. Okay, so for the British team, it's looking relatively okay in their home race. They probably would rather do a bit better than 5th and 9th, but you know, it's very tough competition here. You've got loads of amazing drivers in this F2 race. I mean, Teo Fabi, Riccardo Patrese, Bobby Rahal, Jacques Lafitte, and I'm going to say Mark Allen as well, because Mark Allen, even though he's got no point, he's done pretty well this here at Silverstone, so he's clearly more suited to this track than Monza. But my question is, can Mark Allen turn that impressive performance into points in both the reverse and main races? I mean, time will tell as we're coming to about the 2-minute mark. And Tom Sneva improves time, goes into 2nd, and the Frenchman of Patrick Tambay improves his time, goes into 5th, just behind his teammate Jacques Lafitte, who's in 4th position. So it's Allen 1st, Sneva 2nd, Fabi 3rd, Lafitte 4th, Tambay 5th. Bobby Rahal is 6th. Well, I say that he goes to the 4th ahead of the 2 Frenchmen, so it's Rahal now 4th, Lafitte 5th, Tambay 6th, Derek Bell 7th from the UK, Patrese 8th. Hans Jochen Stuck 9th, and Jonathan Palmer rounding off your top 10. So Palmer should be happy with 10th, but I imagine he really isn't going to be okay with it because he probably would want to do better in front of his home crowd. But here he is coming across the line. Can he improve his time at 53.8? And no, he doesn't. Meanwhile, Bjorn Wallegard improves his time. He's still towards the back row, so Wallegard's really struggling here. And here we go, coming across the line. So we're just waiting for only a couple of drivers to finish the final lap. This is Teo Fabi. We're on board with here, but I don't think we're going to focus on that, because I think someone else needs to finish their session before Teo Fabi comes across the line. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so basically here is the final results. Now, a very interesting result there. So Mark Allen in pole position, only 9 thousandths of a second faster than Tom Sneva in second, then Teo Fabi 22 thousandths of a second behind in third. So the top 3, it was so close between them. Then Bobby Rahal is 4th, and then it's the third row is both the French drivers of Lafitte and Tambay, Bell in 7th, Patrese 8th, Stuck 9th, and Ari Vatanen the second finish driver, rounding off your top 10. But of course, you'll be wanting to see the reverse and main races. But first, it is time for the F1 Group Qualifying. So at this point, this is where I would show you the group qualifying highlights. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened on this day, because I did this recording back in October 2022. I am editing this on the 12th of January 2024. So this has been about 15 months since I did the recordings. But on that day, something had gone horribly wrong with my computer. The entire frame had completely tanked, and it would have been completely unusable to use in editing. So I have screenshot the group qualifying results, so I'll break it down for you doing it this way. Okay, so here is the qualifying result of Group 1. Nikki Lauda won that group, with Alboreto taking 2nd, Derek Daly and Guerrero with 3rd and 4th. Then there's PK, Bell for West Germany, Thierry Boutsen, Jeff Brabham, Eddie Cheever, and Stig Blomqvist, and Manfred Winkelhock was the last driver to have qualified from the first group, which meant we lost the 2 Finnish drivers, Stefan Johansson, Lewandek, Nigel Mansell's home race. Very surprising at the time, Alain Prost was eliminated, so was Scheckter Mehta, Jacques Villeneuve, Mike Thackwell of New Zealand, the Barda driver who was making his debut on that particular race, and Lars Viggo Jensen from Denmark. So I'll now show you the results of group qualifying number 2. So group qualifying number 2, Derek Warwick won that second group, with Elio De Angelis the second fastest, Walter Brunn, Mario Andretti with 3rd and 4th, Senna, Sura, Nagasaka, Vern Chopin, Jan Lammers, Oscar Leroy, and Vic Preston got the final spot to make it to the race, which meant we lost Rillian Yu, James Windsor, Kichi Suzuki, surprisingly Gerhard Berger, Sarah van der Merwe, Peter Lockhart, who was making his debut, I believe, for Canada, De Narvaez, Mark Galvin, Costas Loss, Ricciardi, and Jose Romero were also eliminated. So again, I apologise about the 2 videos. They were so badly recorded I could not redo them because something went wrong with my computer on that day. So at least I'll give you something, so at least you got the actual results of those that would have been. But that's out of the way, let's move on to the F2 reverse and main races before we get to the grid work, and more importantly, the actual race. So here we are for the reverse grid race around Silverstone, with Desiree Wilson, Wallegard, Hatch and Heinrich the front 4, as they were the 4 slowest drivers in qualifying. Jean-Paul Liebert on his debut out-qualified teammate Harv Rega, with stars 8th in this reverse race. And of course Marco Annensniva and Fabi were the 3 fastest, and they get the bonus points but have to start the back for this reverse grid race. The question is, who's going to win this reverse grid race? Let's get out there and find out. We'll focus our attention on Wilson. Okay, and here we go, we're underway. It looks like a pretty decent start there from the South African driver. In fact, I think Gordon Hatch had a pretty decent start as well, as they head down towards turn number 1. Yes, looks like Wilson does maintain the lead, and Wallegard still holds on to 2nd. Let's get the phone cut back pit, because unfortunately the track is way too short. Here we go, coming down the first section of the track. Wilson still leads, Wallegard is 2nd, Hatch 3rd, Heinrich 4th. I'm going to change the camera a bit. I'm trying to find a better camera for this. Oh, the stat mode. There we go. And Bjorn Wallegard takes the lead of the race ahead of Desiree Wilson, and his teammate is Gordon Hatch of South Africa is 3rd, Heinrich 4th, Rega 5th, Schwartz 6th, Liebert 7th, 8th is Joachim Masking ahead of Kalle Grundle and Dennis Firestone from Australia. And it looks like the Swedish driver already pulling a good gap over the rest of the field. So Bjorn Wallegard looks like he's may have set himself up nicely to try and take his first win of the season. Meanwhile, there's Jean-Paul Liebert for Team Belgium, getting past George Schwartz. He's now chasing his teammate, which is Hervé Regout. Going on board with Regout, who's trying to get past the Canadian of Ludwig Heinrich. before catching up to the two South African drivers. And Gordon Hatch trying to get past his own teammate, that is Desiree Wilson. And I think he may have just managed to make the pass. Look at this, Wallegard's already pulling away from the two South African drivers, so Bjorn Wallegard's already doing a pretty good job in this reverse grid race. What's his fastest lap? At 54.5. Will anyone beat that time? I imagine so, especially those towards the back. Looking lower down the field, we've got Mark Allen 23rd, Fabi 22nd, and Sneva 21st. The only drivers that are really ahead of is Bobby Rowell. Apart from that, they've not really made much progress up the order. And there's Reg out now into 4th. Okay, his teammate Liebert is into 5th, so they've both got past the Canadian driver of the local camera. Here comes Joachim Massau to join them and making his way into 6th position. And there we go, Joachim Mass making his way into 6th. Joachim Mass currently sitting 4th in the standings, a 4th in the reverse race in Monza, and 6th in the main race. The man in the number 111 car. And his teammate stuck he is actually stuck down in 18th. Looks like he's under pressure from, I believe that it's Riccardo Tracy that's trying to get past him. And here comes Joachim Massau to get the pass on the South African and make his way into the top 5. And that looks like Dennis Firestone from Australia, but trying to do the same with George Schwartz, while his teammate Neil Krang sits and watches on. As we're coming up to lap 5 of this pretty intense race, we've got two large groups in the field, so quite a lot of people bunched up together towards the back, but towards the there's quite a few spread out in the midfield, and then you got Wallegard, who's pretty much in no man's land at the moment. There's Neil Krang, still right behind Schwartz, while his teammate trying to get past the other Canadian driver for 7th position. That's it, and look at this, Hatch under pressure from both Belgian drivers and Joachim Mass from West Germany. We've got Patrick Bell and Jonathan Palmer, the two British drivers fighting for each other. Oh! Contact between Mass and Liebert. No, Liebert was, Mass didn't exactly make it easy for himself to try and attempt to pass. Look at the gap, Wallegard. He's absolutely dominating in this reverse grid race, leading by nearly about 8 seconds now. Here comes Regular to try and get the move on Gordon Hatch, but not able to pull it off. And there's Mass, who's trying to find his way past Jean-Paul Liebert. This is for 4th position. And we've got Firestone up to 6, getting ahead of Desiree Wilson. At the back end of the point is Neil Krang still. Neil Krang did score any points in Monza, so he's in a good position to probably score something in Silverstone today. Hopefully we'll see him be successful in being able to get some points. There's Neil Krang getting to 7th, good ahead of Desiree Wilson. And then there's Nordamasa Sakamoto, who's probably going to try and find his way into the points and push the South African down. Looking back towards the front, here comes Reg out to try and make the pass to get into 2nd position. Meanwhile, the race leader, Bjorn Wallegard, has come into the pits. Okay, so who else will anyone be pitting this lap? Reg out is staying out. Okay, we've got so there's a few drivers coming into the pits. We've got Firestone coming in. We've got Neil Krang coming in. So both Australians is pitting this lap. So Reg out will temporarily take the lead of the race. Okay, so there's a lot of drivers pitting this lap, especially those towards the back are coming to the pits. Now where's Wallegard? Where is he going to come out? Okay, so he's on his way now. It looks like he's going to come out in 10th position, no, maybe 11th. First in, first out. So he just comes out just ahead, no, just behind Theo Fabi. And who'll be the next one to come out? Turu Shimigi's coming out, so is Jonathan Palmer. Let's focus on towards the front. The two Belgian drivers battling each other for the lead of the race. And here they are coming to the pits. Joachim Mass is coming to the pits as well. So is Gordon Hatch. So here's the South African driver, no, not South African, the Japanese driver of Naramasa Sakamoto coming to the pits, followed by Wilson, Heinrich, Schwartz, Grundle, and eventually Theo Fabi. So Wallegard looks like he might retake the lead of the race. In fact, he is going to retake the lead of the race. So those are first coming to the pits is finally stopped, but it's not going to matter because Wallegard is going to slide his way back to first position. The question is, who will come out in second? I think Shimigi might come out ahead. No, it's very tense, waiting to find out. But it looks like Tura Shimigi is going to come out of nowhere and take second, followed by Jonathan Palmer, which would be good, especially in the home race. It's his home race. And then Jacques Lafitte making his way to 4th, Tom Sneva up to 5th, Theo Fabi goes to 6th. No, in fact, Marco Allen goes to the 6th, Fabi 7th, and Bobby Rahal in 8th. Remember, they all started towards the back, and yet there they are now in the points position. Goes to show pitching earlier was the answer to this race. So well done to those that pitted earlier, because they've seen themselves towards the front. And now Johnson Powell making his way to 2nd. But they may have pitted correctly, but they were not able to catch Bjorn Wallegard. So Wallegard does maintain the lead of the race. We're on lap 10 of 14. Wallegard is nearly 15 seconds ahead of Palmer. There's Shimigi 3rd. Jacques Lafitte kind of alone in 4th, with Tom Sneva trying to chase him down in 5th position. And Tom Sneva sets the fastest lap of the race at 54.7. That's a pretty quick time there. And Bobby Rahal has just gone and beaten that time, 53.4. Good job from the American. So here we go, Bjorn Wallegard coming across the line to take his first win of the season here at Silverstone. And look at that, great result from Wallegard. Jonathan Palmer coming around in 2nd position. Here comes Jacques Lafitte though to come across the line to take the final podium spot in 3rd place. What a good result from the Frenchman. Tom Sneva getting the fastest lap, finishing in 4th, as Shimigi comes in 5th, Theo Fabi 6th, Marco Allen is 7th, and Patrick Tambay just taking the last point off Bobby Rahal. Rahal will be pretty disappointed with that, he has to stop in 9th. There's Joachim Mass 10th, Derek Bell 11th, Jean-Paul Liebert on his debut finishing in 12th position. That's not too bad a result, especially when his teammate Regout is down in 20th. Wow, now that was a very, very interesting result. Palmer, Lafitte, Sneva, Fabi, Allen, Tommy, all coming out of absolutely nowhere to be in the top 8. Bobby Rahal, same story, the pit stops going their way and managing to get himself from towards the back up to the top 10, but it just wasn't enough to score points. Joachim Mass finishing 10th, a good result from him. Then further down the order, you've got Derek Bell, Liebert, Sakamo, Petresi struggling this seems to have struggled this race to be only down in 14th, Vatten 15th, then Stuck 16th. Then you got both Aussies and Grundle, who's Bjorn's teammate, all the way down 18th. There's Regout 20th, and both Canadians and both South Africans towards the back. So with that exciting result of the race, it's time for the F2 main race before we get to the main event, which is the F1 Grand Prix. So here we are for the for the main race, around Silverstone, with Marco Allen pole, Tom Sneva 2nd, Fabi and Rahal on the 2nd row, and both French drivers on the 3rd row. Going to this race, Jacques Lafitte already has a 16-point lead over 2nd place, which is Bobby Rahal. In 3rd place is Jonathan Palmer, thanks to his 2nd place finish. It's with 23 points. So, will Lafitte keep the lead of the championship, or will Rahal jump ahead, or will anything else happen? Jonathan Palmer is 3rd in the standings, but he's starting 11th, so don't know if he'll be able to do much. But let's get in this race and find out what will happen. So it's going to be a very, very exciting race for sure. Okay, so we got Marco Allen. And away we go. Marco Allen looks like he's off to a good start, but look at this. Here comes Tom Sneva to come around the first corner. Look at this. A lot of dirt being kicked up. I think everyone may have made it past the first couple of corners safely. It looks like they have. Okay, so the final cover of the pit because how short the track is. Marco Allen leads, Sneva 6th, Rahal 3rd, Fabi 4th, Lafitte 5th, Tomby 6th. And then we've got Bell 7th, Petresi in 8th, Abbey Batten in 9th, and Hans Jochen Stuck rounding up your top 10 so far, heading down to the second section of the track. Olagard, who won the reverse race, is currently sitting in 24th position at the back behind Heinrich. So he's clearly had a bad start in this main race. Here we go, coming around to finish the first lap of this race, and Marco Allen got about 1 second ahead of the American of Tom Sneva, with Bobby Rahal not too far behind in third, behind his own teammates. As Marco Allen saying the fastest lap, 54.337. I don't think anyone is going to beat that, it looks like, in this lap. Anyway, the field is pretty much spreading out up and down the field. So I think everyone's just getting settled in this main race. Liebert in his first main race, currently sitting 17th. He is ahead of his teammate though, who's down 21st. Bobby Rahal goes and sets the fastest lap, 54.3. Okay, so he's now starting to push to try and catch his teammate Sneva, and hopefully Marco Allen as well. Try and catch up, so just to keep up with the feet in the championship. I mean, 16 points is still a quite considerable gap. Like, that's almost the equivalent of a second place finish, separating between these two drivers. I mean, Shadowfield's having a very, very good season already. He's done 3 races, and he's been first, second, and third so far. Will he be on the podium again? As we're coming up to the lap 7, it looks like Mark Allen's actually getting ready to the lap. So by now, it'll be Desiree Wilson, who's currently the back 40, who's about 5 seconds behind 23rd. Tom Sneva's going to the fast lap, only to be denied by Bobby Rahal. Okay, so the two American drivers are pushing hard now to try and catch the Finnish driver for the leads. And coming down to the fastest part of the track, we're going to overtake Derek Belton, passed by Riccardo Tracy. During the kerfuffle, okay, so it's stuck in the kerfuffle trying to get past the Italian, and has Hans Jochen Stuck is under pressure from Jonathan Palmer now, I should say, sorry. Can the Brits get past it, get into the points position in 10th? It doesn't look like it. This is teammate Derek Bell, who's in 8th. Oh, he's Stuck and Bell went awfully wide. That's going to help Tracy, Palmer get into the top 10 maybe. Doesn't look like it. Oh, Stuck did a bit of a dive there. And suddenly the big attention is this, looks like a 5-way fight for 8th. No, I can't count. 4-way fight for 8th. Derek Bell is the front of this group. And then there's Vatanen, along with the laps, Desiree Wilson, trying to find his way through, but it's not able to find his way through, but Stuck trying to capitalise on it, but does not look like he's really able to find his way through. And Palmer will be trying to do the same, but it looks like Stuck may have actually found his groove to get past. Okay, oh no, he's backed off. Okay, so I guess he tried to make a dive that didn't work. And there goes Palmer though, trying to find his way through, and Stuck goes wide, and Palmer was not able to capitalize on it. Tail Fabian now sets the fastest lap of the race, I think it's 4.1. So the time is going to be pushing to try and keep up with the top 3 drivers, as Marco Allen is only 6/10 ahead of Sneva, so the back mark is proving to be quite tricky for him. But now Ludwig Heinrich, the other Canadian driver, is in front of him. Now he's got to try and lap. Oh, a bit of a dive there from Allen. But here comes Teal Fabio trying to find his way past Bobby Rahal for 3rd. It goes awfully wide. Oh, managed to get in front of Rahal. But Rahal does have the slipstream, and looks like a better exit to try and make his way into the lead of the race. No, not into the lead of the race, back into 3rd. But Teal Fabio manages to prevent that from happening. And Tom Sneva, I thought he actually got past Marco Allen, no he hasn't, not yet anyway. But it's definitely pure chaos at the front, that's for sure, now that the back marks are coming into play here. Oh, it's been a very crazy race, that's for sure. So Alan leads, Sneva second, Fabi third, Rahul fourth, Lafitte fifth, Ricard Patrese second fast lap in his 7th position, 53.9. Then it's Derek Bell 8th, Vatanen 9th, Stuck 10th, and Palmer 11th. Okay, looks like Palmer has lost a lot of time to lose in that four-way fight for 8th. In fact, it's all relatively spread out now. Derek Bell's pulled a huge gap on the other 3 drivers of Vatanen, Stuck, and Palmer. So clearly there's been an issue regarding back markers. So, okay, so our Sneva, Fabi, and Rahul. Jacques Lafitte's going to stay out and take the lead of the race. Now, will that work? Is that going to work out? Tracy's in, Bell's in. And there you go, there's those that are in the pits. Okay, looks like a lot of the drivers are going to be pitting this lap. Stuck's in, Vatanen's in, Palmer is in. Who in the one those are in the pits going to come out first? Go over Marco Allen. Looks like Jochen Mass is going to stay out, it looks like. Oh, who's going to be on the move first? It's quite tense. Okay, there's been quite a bit of time in the pits. No one is really jumping out. So Mass is staying out. Turu Shimegi staying out. Marco Allen's coming out first of those that pitted this lap, ahead of Sneva, Teal Fabi. Okay, Bobby Rahul. So the first 4 that came in the pits are the first 4 that's coming out of the pits. Okay, now Jacques Lafitte's in the pits. Jochen Mass will be coming in the pits. Well, look at Jochen Mass, 22.8 seconds down on the current race leader. Okay, here he comes in. Shimeki's going to come in, we expect. There's Marco Allen and Sneva battling hard for 3rd. Shimega is in. Yeah, he is in. Okay, Lafitte's coming out of the pits already. Is Lafitte going to take the lead of the race? Okay, might actually. Marco Allen is trying to make his way up the order, but Jacques Lafitte comes out of the pits and takes the lead of the race by quite a considerable margin. But Marco Allen is going to come out in is going to be second. Well, in 2nd place, with Tom Sneva 3rd, Fabi 4th, Rahul 5th. Derek Bell's going to make his way to 6th. Patrese is 7th. Tomby's 8th. 9th looks like it's going to be Henstroke and Stuck. And Ari Vatanen looks like it's going to round off your top 10 right there. Okay, so this is a turn up. Lafitte pitted a lap later and he comes out in the lead by over 11 seconds of his 2nd place, which is Marco Allen at the moment. And I say that Tom Sneva has found his way through and he's making his way into 2nd. Okay, he's going to push the finish driver out wide. That's what Teal Fabi really needs to try and find an opportunity to get his way through the finish driver to get into the podium. As Marco Allen has lost another possession to Teal Fabi, he drops down to 4th. Oh, yeah, it's going hatch. So man, the pit stops really did not go has not gone his way, and he's struggling to keep up now. He's dropped down to 4th. Can he hold on to try and get a decent point finish? Marco Allen did pretty well in the reverse race, but it's looking like it's going to start falling apart for coming towards the closing stage of the race. Marco Allen under pressure of Bobby Rahul for 4th place now. But Sneva struggling to get past. That's helped Teal Fabi catch up. So can Fabi capitalize and make his way to 2nd? Oh, Bobby Rahul a little over the place there. Well, and that's helped Derek Bell go into the top 5. I wonder what happened there. I'm guessing there must have been some contact between him and Marco Allen. A possible driving mistake. Here comes Patrese and Rahul, all going for the same towards the same spot. And we got a huge spin. Patrese spinning. There's Tom being a huge spin. Okay, big hit there. Oh my word. Okay, so that looks like it's the end of Patrese and Tambe. Okay, just three together. It was going to be a risky maneuver. Okay, let's go on board. Okay, on board Tambe. Oh no, Tambe wasn't part of it. It was Rahul and Bell as well. Okay, Patrese went awfully wide. Oh, contact. Okay, so Patrese made a mistake and just got into Patrick Tambe, so that's the end of the Frenchman. and Patrese. That's really, really unfortunate. They both were doing pretty well at the mid-end of the points, but well, a mistake from Patrese, and it sends both of them out of the race. That's really, really unlucky for them. So that's going to help. Okay, Liebert, Jean-Paul Liebert, we haven't really seen in this race, on his first main race. He's gone to into the points position thanks to the misfortunes of Tomby and Patrese. Coming around the final corner with Bobby Rahal trying to make a maneuver. Okay, that was a very, very risky move from Rahal. It did not work out for him there. There's Hans Jürgensen's position right behind the American. Probably going to try and just hoping for a mistake for him to sneak his way into 6. But I don't think it's going to happen. There's Ari Vatanen in 8th position, doing pretty well for himself and for Finland. Have both Finnish drivers in the top 10 together. And Thompson sets the fastest lap at 53.742, but with only 3 laps left to go, I don't think he's going to be able to close in the 20.5 second gap to try and battle for the lead. But Thompson getting 2nd position is still a good result for him. But Jacques Lafitte is definitely putting himself in a good position to ensure he has a healthy lead in the championship over Rahal and Palmer. I mean, Palmer is in 13th position, so he'd be very, very unhappy with this result, especially the pit stops did not go his way at all. And this tail Fabian looks like he's trying to lap Regout, who is down in 16th position. While Marco Allen trying to lap a couple of cars, but there's Derek Bell right behind him as well. Yeah, and it looks like, okay, one of the lap cars went awfully wide, but look at Sneva on the penultimate lap, setting the fast lap again, 53.698, but it's a little bit too late, I think, for Sneva, as here comes Jacques Lafitte. We'll go on board with him, getting ready to start the final lap of the race. Now he's going to try and lap Ludwig Heinrich. I mean, Wilson and Schwartz have been lapped twice in this race. What an amazing result from Jacques Lafitte. At least 20 seconds ahead of 2nd place, which is going to be Tom Snever, who did a really good job. I mean, Tom Snever qualified 2nd and he's going to finish in 2nd, and you can't get much more than that. And then we've got Tail Fabi qualified 3rd and he's going to finish in 3rd as well. Really decent result. And Tom Snever got the fastest lap at the end of the race, 53.478. Good final push from the American. Mark on the third pole, but he's still going to get a very good finish, good position. He's going to come across the line in 4th position, just ahead of Derek Bell in 5th. Rahal will be very disappointing in 6th. Stuck 7th, Vatanen 8th. Liebert on his first main race in 9th, and Neil Krang getting his first point of the season in 10th. And here is the final result. Jacques Lafitte wins by about 20.5 seconds over Sneva, who was about 10 seconds ahead of 3rd place Tail Fabi. Then Allen 4th, Bell 5th, Rahal 6th, Stuck 7th, Vatanen 7th, 8th, Liebert 9th, and Neil Krang 10th. Interestingly, America and Finland are the only two teams to have both drivers finish in the top 10. And then further down the field, you got Mash, Miggy, Palmer. Firestone was the last driver to finish on the lead lap. Then Sakamoto, the leading driver that was a lap down, finishing 15th. Down to Gordon Hatch, the last driver 1 lap down, 19th. Then it was Heinrich, who was 2 laps down, finishing 20th, with Schwartz and Wilson bringing up the back of the field, with Ricardo Patrese and Patrick Tomby both failing to finish after drama at turn 1 on lap 21. So with that out of the way, it's now time for the F1 race. But first, onto the grid lineup. And so here we go, onto the grid talk for the F1 Olympic race in Britain. Warwick and Lauda are on the front row, followed by the 2 Italians of Alberto and Elio De Angelis. Walter, Brutt and Derek Daly make up row 3. Roberto Guerrero 7th for Colombia, with Nelson Piquet in 8th. Round top 10 is Stefan Belf and Marion Andretti. Moving down to Boots and Senna on row 6, followed by Thurin 13th as Jeff Brabham 14th. Chiva and Blanc 5th are in 15th and 16th. Nagasaki and Winkelhock on row 9. 19th is French Chopin, Jan Laris is 20th, and at the back of the grid, Oscar Lerey for Argentina and Vic Preston from Kenya. So can Elio De Angelis pull out another win to ensure he solidifies his lead and the possibility of Italy regaining the title? So let's get into this race and find out. So here we are for the Formula Olympic race around Silverstone with the F1 drivers, with Elio De Angelis taking the early lead of the Drivers' Championship, starting in 4th position. Can Elio De Angelis hold the lead, or will Nikki Lauda or Alboreto or anyone else take the lead of the championship? Well, without further ado, let's get into the race and find out. Okay, focus our attention on the pole sitter, that's Derek Warwick, pole position in his home race here at Silverstone. And away we go. It was a really good start there from the Brit. We're now in 2nd place. Look at this, Derek Daly from Ireland, who didn't even qualify the last round, and Derek Daly's gone for a spin. We've got a bit of drama towards the back of the field. Okay, there's someone who's stopped moving. Okay, we'll get the foreign to come back to the pit, and then we'll get a replay and find out what happened. Elio De Angelis was involved. Okay, so it looks like Derek Daly had a big spin. Going forward with him. Going to turn 1, there's Elio De Angelis, and he clips Elio De Angelis, and they both go off. And Derek Daly looks like he's out of the race just like that. Elio De Angelis was able to keep going, but Elio De Angelis is now at the back. And Derek Daly is out of the race already. Such a shame for the Irish team, because he qualified, he qualified in the top 6 for the Irish team, while his team didn't even qualify. And yet out of the race after just 1 lap. So Derek Warwick leads with Nikki Lauda 2nd, Michele Alboreto 3rd, Walter Brunn 4th for Switzerland, followed by PK 5th, Mario Andretti 6th, Ayrton Senna 7th, Tilly Boutsen 8th, Eddie Cheever 9th, and right for top 10 is Stefan Beloff. Oh, we got a bit of a bizarre overtake towards the back. Blomqvist being overtaken by Mark Stewart. And we got Nagasaki who's trying to pass Vic Preston, who's gone from last up into 16th place. The Kenyan doing pretty well there. Okay, the question is, are we going to get more drama around turn 1? We've got a big battle at the back, towards the back of the field. Elio De Angelis seems to have caught up with those at the back of the field, along with Laruri, Nagasaki, and Vern Chopin. Back at the front, it's relatively settled now. Derek Warwick leading the race. Is he going to get the fast lap of the race? And 49.0 is his time. It doesn't look like anyone's going to probably be anywhere near that time. Nah, it does not look like it. So Warwick with a 1.5 second lead over Nikki Lauda 2nd, Alboreto is 3rd, Walter Brunn 4th. There's Nelson PK. Brazil did have a pretty poor run at Monza, and already 5th and 7th after just 2 laps. That's already a big improvement. There's Mario Andretti, who did pretty well in Monza, sitting in 6th position until the pit stops gone against him. Then you got Ayrton Senna down in 7th position, followed ahead of Boutsen for Belgium, and achieving the other American driver in 9th, and of course around the top 10, Stefan Beloff from West Germany, just ahead of Jeff Graham from Australia, and Mark Stewart from Switzerland making his way up the field. Though looks like Roberto Guerrero's got a lot of damage to his front wing. Derek Warwick was again saying the fast lap. Yeah, so Guerrero has got a badly damaged wing. I wonder what happened to the Colombian. As here comes Dick Blomqvist to try and make his way into 13th place. Okay, so Elio De Angelis, I guess, is not going to spend the scoreboard. And Tom Blomqvist in 13th place now sets the fast lap, a 40.945. Now that came out pretty much nowhere, so good job from the Swedish driver. Blomqvist is 13th, so he's chasing Mark Stewart, looking about 1.5 seconds behind the Swiss driver. So with that kind of pace from Blomqvist, if he keeps that up, maybe he'll close in and maybe find his way through into 12th. And Derek Warwick's in the fast time, 48.8 seconds, denying Blomqvist of the honour of being the fastest man on the track at Derek Warwick's home race. And let's see the stories. Stories about the same in the back with Stewart, Blomqvist, Lammers, and Winkelhock. between 12th to 15th positions. They're pretty much getting caught up in their own little queue. And Derek Warwick once again for the fast lap as we enter lap 13, 48.7 seconds. Look at that, half a second faster than Lauda's last time, as well as Alboreto. So Derek Warwick nearly 4 seconds ahead, absolutely flying up the track. It's all very tense at the moment. And Derek Warwick once again taking the fast lap, 48.77. Yeah, oh, we got a bit of a move there. We got a move. And look at that. Oh, we got problem for Andretti. What happened? What on earth happened to him? He's down to 10th and going sliding there. Okay, get a replay of Andretti. What happened to the American? Okay, so going the last corner, going the inside of PK. Caught the curb. Oh, okay, caught the curb and he made a mistake. And of course he tried to regain composure but ended up sliding because he caught the curb. Okay, so Andretti just tried to make a move and it just completely failed on him. And Derek Warwick sent the fast lap once again. Oh, I do see some damage on Walter Brun's front wing though, so that might be a problem. Yeah, there's some damage there into the Swiss driver's wing. So that's not particularly great. His teammate Max Stewart still down in 12th position, by the way. He's trying to chase Jeff Brabham for 11th. Derek Warwick's in the last lap again. There you can just see there's the back markers. So Derek Warwick is going to have his work cut out to try and increase the gap between him and Lauda. I mean, the gap is currently over 5 seconds. With Alboreto 7 seconds behind, but he is, however, about 9 seconds ahead of 4th place Walter Brun. Time is running out for Warwick to start getting past the back marker. There goes Lauda, less than a second to gap now, and just like that, Lauda's pretty much caught up to the race leader of Derek Warwick. Galguero and Chopin tussling each other for 17s. Oh, you can see contact between the Colombian and the Australian, but Guerrero staying ahead, and then Oscar Laruri looks like he's going to try and make the move on Nagasaka, but Nagasaka managed to hold on. This is what Elio De Angelis really needed before the front runner started coming in. And Alboreto has found his way past, and Nikki Lauda pushing him down to 3rd. Oh, there's going to be chaos coming in the final corner, that's for sure. Yes, there's chaos. Oscar Larui's gone for a spin. Oscar Larui's off. Okay, so that's saying that might be the end of the Argentina's run with Larui. Okay, let's get a replay. Oh, bumped the camera. Sorry, I keep doing this every video. Okay, Elio De Angelis going to try and make an overtake for 20th. Now coming down towards the final corner. Okay, here comes Larui, cut the sausage curb and taps the back of Elio De Angelis. That sent him spinning, and that looks like it's the end for Oscar Larui. Okay, what a way to go. In fact, oh wow, amongst all this, Michele Alboreto is taking the lead in the race, I've only just noticed. Oh no, we got another driving trouble. Nagasaka's gone off now. Okay, let's see what happened to Naoki Nagasaka. Okay. I'm guessing he got caught in a spin, or is this with Guerrero? Okay, final corner, but a bit back, so he goes past where Larui went off. Okay, so there's Guerrero ahead of him, so Nagasaka into the inside, going to turn 1. Yep, slight touch with the Colombian, and that sent Nagasaka off. And that pushes him down to 20th. Elio De Angelis gained a couple of positions thanks to that. Oh, that's going to be really infuriating for Derek Warwick. He had a big advantage over Alboreto and Lauda, but now Alboreto has managed to got past both of them to take the lead of the race. Yeah, and that is Oscar Larui officially out of the race. So we've lost Derek Daly in the first lap, and now we've lost Oscar Larui. The question is, can either of them capitalise and lead the race? Can Derek Warwick find his way back through? Going to the first corner, Alboreto. Ooh! I actually thought Michele Alboreto was going to go in, was actually going to make contact with Guerrero there. And no, yeah, he's made contact with them. That was a definite hit there. I don't think there's going to be too many in the form of overtakes. Not until the pit stops. In fact, speaking of that, we're more than halfway into the race now. We're about to come up to lap 29, and now Michael Alvarez in the fastest lap of the race, 48.4. So trying to show Derek Warwick how it's done. Especially since Alboreto definitely pushing to try and take the lead of the Drivers' Championship and making sure Italy hold on to the lead of the nation's competition, of course. The biggest gainer is Eddie Cheever, so he started 15th, he's in 8th at the moment. And the next biggest gainer is Jan Lammers, who was in 20th up to 14th. Vic Preston, who started at the back for Kenya, he's made in 16th. And Ayrton Senna, who's also gained 6 positions from 12th up to 6th. And the biggest losers are, of course, Elio De Angelis from 4th down to 18th, and Roberto Guerrero 7th down to 19th. Okay, so that is pretty much everything. Guerrero's got badly front dash swing, and Nagasaki got spun out, but didn't spin out the race. In fact, we've got some. Okay, we've got drivers coming in the pits. Okay, so we've got Braun, PK, Cheever, Andretti, Brabham, Sir, and Winkelhock in the pits, along with Roberto Guerrero. Okay, so Guerrero is the last to run, but he's coming to the pits now. Okay, so this must mean the front runners are going to have to think about coming to the pits as well, but I think the back markers are going to come in as well. And the question is going to be, who's going to come out of the pits first in this group? It looks like it might be in fact, Guerrero is going to come out first, but in terms of position, it's going to be Nelson Piquet. Okay, the front runners are in the pits now. There's Alboreto, Warwick, and LaRue in the pits. Okay, yeah, Preston, Nagasaki, Chopin. If I know, Elio De Angelis has stayed out in 16th position, just right behind Walter Brunt, so he still have to come in. And Ayrton Senna staying out. Okay, so Ayrton Senna is now temporarily in the lead of the race, and Jan Lammers is yet to pit in 2nd. Okay, so this is gonna make things really interesting, that's for sure. And it doesn't look like the front runners are going to come out of the pits anytime soon, it looks like, because some of them are taking their time. And PK is going to make his way into 3rd, and PK pitted already, so that means PK is ahead of the race leader that was Alboreto, Warwick, and Lauda. In fact, they're falling way down the order, but here comes Ayrton Senna now, so it's Jan Lammers. This could give PK the opportunity to take the lead of the race. Yeah, everyone's gaining losing position, so try and make sense of it all once Senna and Lammers come out of the pits. All we can say is it's completely shifted things up quite considerably. Okay, Ayrton Senna's on the move, so it's Jan Lammers, but I think Nelson Piquet is going to end up taking the lead of the race. And Piquet sets fast lap to 48.354. There's his teammate Ayrton Senna coming out of the pits now. Yes, Ayrton Senna is down to 2nd. Lammers is going to come out in 3rd. There's Jeff Brabham. In fact, Brabham's going to make his way into 3rd now. So we've got both Brazilians in the top 2. Then it's Australia 3rd, and then we've got the Dutch in 4th. Okay, Elio De Angelis is in the pits now. We'll have to see what happens with him. Okay, so PK is now leading. Senna is 2nd. Jeff Brabham is up to 3rd. Jan Lammers 4th. Eddie Cheever 5th. Manfred Winkelhock 6th. Cyril 7th. Andretti 8th. Blomqvist is 9th. And Walter Brunt runs to the top 10. And where are the front runners now? 13th, 14th, and 15th. Okay, so the front runners clearly must have lost so much time thanks to being stuck behind the back markers. Oh dear, that's the danger when you get stuck behind the back markers. They really eat up your time, and for the 3 of them, yeah, that's cost them really badly. And TD Boutsen though sets the fastest lap. He is in 11th, 48.337. So once he at least gets some bragging rights out of this race, he's trying to chase Walter Brunt, but Derek Warwick 47.9. Okay, he's clearly wanting to try and salve something for the Brits in his home race. because he is obviously going to be absolutely livid. He's gone from top 3 down to the bottom half of the board, and potentially going to come out with no points for himself. Now Derek Warth in the fast lap once again, 47.858. He is pushing hard, pushing really hard to try and catch up to those that are ahead of Alboreto and Lauda, as well as push his way to try and get some points. Though he's going to probably have to hope for driver mistakes and anything else. And we're on lap 42 now. Or something. Well, as I say that, he's constant the fast lap, 47.828. Okay, so he's chasing Derek Warwick for 15th place, but I don't think he's going to catch him, that's for sure. 49.8, 49.8. The two Brazilians still struggling to try and find a way past Roberto Guerrero to put him a lap down. Not easy trying to overtake, and we've got a bit of drama. Mario Andretti's heading off. Mario Andretti is off, and I think the American is out of the race. Okay, what happened to Andretti? Okay, once again it's the final corner, so okay, so is he trying to lap Nagisaka? Okay, so Nagisaka's a lap down in the corner. Oh, cut the curb, instead spinning. Contact with Stig Blomqvist. Now let's blame the damage to the side of the car. Okay, so hard to fault any of them really. I mean, Blomqvist was just trying to get his way around, he just got caught out, so bit unfortunate for the Swedish driver, that might cost him some time. Thierry Boutsen managed to make his way to 10th and also this, along with Beloff dropping out of the points now for West Germany. You know, this Jeff Brabham, got an overtake. Thierry Boutsen's Blomqvist. Okay. Yeah, Beloff and Boutsen going awfully wide. Look at this. Nikki Lauda is going to try and capitalise on it. We're going to turn on. Oh, okay, so we've got a big off. We have a huge off. Who's gone off? Okay, Boutsen's off. And so is Beloff. Nikki Lauda's off as well. I think, but Lauda's going to be back on the track. Oh my goodness, okay. Wow, okay, we've got a lot to unpack here. Okay, let's go on board with Boutsen. So okay, the first incident in the final corner. What happened here? So something clearly must have happened to Boutsen in the last corner. Oh no, this lap. Okay. Okay, so here we are. So here's Boutsen coming to the last corner. I don't know why the board's going to have messed up. It's kind of messed up in the replays by this go. So Boutsen tried to make the move on Blomqvist. Okay, Beloff. I thought Beloff had spun him. No, okay, no, it was Boutsen who just tried to make the pass on Blomqvist. And Beloff caught the curb that sent himself and Boutsen wide. And here comes Lauda in all this. And Lauda started spinning and oh, okay, Lauda probably shouldn't have tried that maneuver. I think it's fair to say I think Lauda was being too ambitious to try and go two at the same time. Yeah. That might be under investigation, that incident there. That's probably what's going to happen. So Boutsen and Beloff are going to be out of the race. Angelis going to 12th, so Angelis not too far away from the point. Alboreto's up to 11th. Derek Warwick is back in the top 10 thanks to that incident. And further down this Mark Stewart, they're trying to get past. They're trying to lap Vic Preston and all this. Oh, it looks like someone went awfully wide there. Derek Warwick dropping down to 11th. Alboreto sneaking through into 10th. Okay. So it looks like Alboreto might get the last point for Italy. I mean, Italy will be absolutely gutted with Angelis' lap 1 drama and the pit stops turning into a bit of a disaster for them, so that's going to be a disappointment for Italy. So we're getting ready to start the final lap. We're going to go on board with Ayrton Senna for the last lap of the race, as we're going to watch him and PK give us a Brazilian 1-2. Michele Alboreto's heading off. Alboreto's gone off. Okay. What happened? What's happened to Alboreto? Where is he on the... There he is. Okay. So we're on board with him. He's trying to get... This is Stig Blomqvist that's ahead of him. Okay, so this will be the battle for 9th. Can he... What's he going to try and do here? Oh, okay, caught the curb and he hit Blomqvist and... That sent him spinning, and I think Alboretto's having to park it. Okay, so that's pushed Angelis in the top 10. Angelis, who fell to the back of the field at the start of the race, is suddenly sees himself in the top 10. So this is a heroic finish for Elio De Angelis. Alboretto is actually still moving. Okay, so Alboretto is actually going to finish this race down at 13th, but still 13th place for Alboretto. And look at this, we're on the last lap. We're on board Senna because we're going to watch him and finish second with his teammate Nelson Piquet is going to take his first win of the season and Brazil's first ever 1-2 finish in Formulalympic history. But what a huge surprise from this. I mean, Piquet Senna have got probably Brazil's got the strongest lineup, but to see finish first and second out of nowhere is a miracle. So Piquet wins in Silverstone. His teammate Aaron Senna will finish the second. Now it looks like it's going to be Jeff Brabham that's going to hang on to finish third place for Australia, to give Australia their first ever podium finish in the Formulalympic history. And Jeff Brabham takes the bronze medal for Australia. Jan Lammers will finish 4th, Cheever 5th, Manfred Winkelhock will be in 6th. 7th place looks like it's going to be Mark Sewer, just ahead of his teammate Walter Brunn, who's going to be finishing in 8th. With Stig Blomqvist getting Sweden's first points of the season, and Elio De Angelis, who fell to the back of the field after drama turn 1 on the first lap, is going to get a point. Well, what a dramatic finish to that race that was. Piquet and Senna getting a 1-2 finish, Jeff Brabham finishing in 3rd, Jan Lammers 4th, 5th Ferry Cheever, Manfred Winkelhock 6th, both Swiss drivers 7th and 8th, Stig Blomqvist 9th, and right for the top 10, who I pretty much thought would have no chance, is Elio De Angelis finishing 10th. What an amazing performance from the Italian to salvage a point. Looking further down the field, those who failed to score, Derek Warwick will be absolutely fuming that the pit stops didn't go his way. Nikki Lauda, the last driver in the lead lap, down in 12th, who will be also just as disappointed with the pit stops. Alboretto, same story, the first driver to finish one lap down. Have Guerrero, Beloff, Boutsen, Preston, Chopin and Nagisaka, who was the last finisher down in 19th. And the 3 drivers that failed to finish: Mario Andretti retired on lap 43, Oscar Laruri retired on lap 20. No, Andretti retired on lap 44, Laruri retired on lap 23, and Derek Daly was crashed out on the first corner of the first lap with Elio De Angelis. So with that exciting race out of the way, let's check the drivers' standings and the nations table. We've also got the F2 Championship to look at. After a very dramatic race around Silverstone, it's time to check the F1 standings, and Elio De Angelis 1 point does ensure he has a 1 point lead over Nelson Piquet, sitting in 2nd position. Manfred Winkelhock's only a couple of points down in 3rd, followed by A. Cheever and Nikki Lauda, and Ayrton Senna gets his first podium of the season, down in 6th position. Going down into F2, Jacques Lafitte has a 32 point lead over 2nd place Tom Sneva, who's only 1 point ahead of his teammate Bobby Rahal, sitting in 3rd. Teo Fabi is 4th, and Jonathan Palmer rounds up the top 5 in the F2 standings. Finally, in the nations table, thanks to Elio De Angelis' 10th place finish, Italy does hold on to the lead of the championship, but it's now only 1 point over 2nd place Brazil, who's only 2 further points ahead of West Germany, sitting in 3rd, followed by the United States in 4th, and Austria rounding off your top 5 with a score of 18 points. Now to wrap up what I think about this race. Well, I think this was a pretty interesting race. There weren't very many overtakes, apart from, of course, the pit stops, and the few overtakes we did see, well, had led to incidents such as Derek Daly's crash with Elio De Angelis that sent him down to last place, and of course Oscar Laruri and Mario Andretti's botched overtakes led to them being DNF'd out of the race. Of course, after this race, it's still very tight on who could potentially take the lead. Italy may be leading the nations table, but I am not feeling confident that their lead is going to be well and truly secured. So we're off to the 3rd round of the season. How will things play out? We will find out soon enough. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you over there.